ultimate power in the universe.
Last we will reveal ourselves.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. If you only knew the power of dark.
Let's go.
You are now tuned into LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
Oh, we're here. We're back, and welcome to LightSaber Radio, your weekly hive of scum and villainy for anything and everything Star Wars. I'm Charlie. Thank you for joining us this week. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, join our live shows on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if you like this video, drop us a like. It means the whole galaxy. Hello, everybody.
What's going on? How's everybody doing?
How are you, Chris?
Hi, Chris. Good morning. Good
Garrison,
morning.
you look like you're still asleep. Wake the hell up. Wake up. Ah, wake up, Garrison. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Peppy.
I'm gonna send you one of them memes that got that annoying ass alarm that be like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. That shit is annoying as shit.
I would hate that. I think I would have a breakdown waking up in the morning to that. That would be too much.
That's what I wake up every morning to. All it is like 13 different alarms going off. Well, wake up, wake up. The problem is I already be awake.
I wake up to a 2-year-old wanting cereal and Bluey. So I mean,
I'm the 2-year-old that wants cereal. I feel that.
yeah, that's how I wake up every morning. So I mean, it's a good way to wake up. It's better than getting smacked in the face or screamed at. So I mean, I'll take that any day.
Oh shit!
True.
And you would have hated my kids. What's going on, Nick?
Hey, Nick. Thanks for joining us.
I mean,
son
when
was bad.
I take a nap on the couch and like her mom tells her to wake me up, she'll come over there, and whap, top of the face.
I used to get hit with stuff. That's why I took my son's lightsaber away. I feel bad because, you know, as a Star Wars fan, you're never supposed to take your kids' lightsabers away. But he used to smack me in the face with it all the time. Well, I was like, give me this damn thing.
That's improper use of a lightsaber. If you're going to train, you don't hit people with it just yet.
Now I can't even get him to watch Book of Boba Fett with me. He was like, I ain't watching this. Like, I don't like Star Wars. Like, what the hell? What's wrong with you? I'm going to choke you. You can't be my child on the DNA test.
Are you sure you're mine?
Are you? This week's Hearthbreaker, it's super simple, but I don't actually know if we've properly hashed this out. This is, right, your own personal choice of weapon for you as a human being. Like, no superpowers, no Darth Sway, okay? No Darth Sway at 10 o'clock in the morning. Your personal weapon choice, lightsaber or blaster, and why?
Oh, God, why?
I got the perfect answer.
Skill set.
I got the perfect answer.
Here we go.
I want, let's see. I want, what's his face? God, man, why is my brain never working on Saturday?
You talking about Ezra's?
Ezra's lightsaber, because it's a blaster and a lightsaber that's connected together. That's what I want.
Both of them.
Okay.
He was going to pick Ezra's because he gets the best of both worlds with it.
Hi, Dylan. Good morning. Fair. You know, I was expecting someone to have a clever answer. CJ, are you going to be a bit more straightforward with me?
See, I don't like Ezra's because, like, when he shoots it, it doesn't look like a blaster bolt. It looks like a stun bolt.
It's a stunner. That's what it does. It stuns them before you get to attack them.
No, see, that's just cheating in my eyes. You can't use a
I still want to cut somebody in half. I want to be able to chop them right in half. But you stun them, then they can't run away. They can't fight back. They just
That's cheating. That's some cheap shit.
Chris says that he wants one of the Inquisitor spinning lightsabers. It's like a helicopter blade.
Yeah, that's dope. Yep. And
nobody would be able to get anywhere near you. You'd be completely protected. That'd be it.
Hey, Maul was taking them out like it wasn't too bad.
But Maul's also been properly trained. These people are just given lightsabers and masks and told to go kill Jedi.
Harrison, I know you are absolutely exhausted, and it's fair if you.
Is this in like the Star Wars galaxy, or am I bringing this into the real world, or what?
You're bringing this into the real world. Like, what would you use to defend yourself?
Then a lightsaber. I got my own guns. I give me a lightsaber.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go a different route here because there's 2 lightsabers here. I want the ambient phase pulse blaster. It's the one that Mando uses, where I can show those cartridges and just disintegrate your ass without hesitation. I just want to see clothes hit the ground like you did with those Jawas. I like that, and it's got a taser at the end of it. So I mean, it's a
Sick.
win-win.
Sick. I love that.
And he's used it for like self-defense, like kind of like a lightsaber. So I mean, I kind of get the best of both worlds with that.
Fair.
And if I get lucky, I can get the dark saber from somebody. So I mean,
Yeah, that would be a good combination right there. Yeah, that's some good.
So whilst I am not the biggest fan of guns personally, I know that if I had a lightsaber, I would amputate myself, lose a finger. I am so clumsy that something horrific would happen to me. So I think, given my history with first-person shooter games, which isn't terribly great, I'd probably go for like Fennec Shad's like
rifle.
Yes, thank you, sniper rifle. So I can be
CJ,
away.
would you need to equip 10
from a
slight
distance.
perk for that? Yes, Chris, I would. and I'd use stalker mode on Call of Duty so I can track footprints because I know I get in a helmet. It's one or the other. I might as well just, if you got any more questions, I do play Call of Duty. You can hit me up on that, and I can answer any questions you need.
I don't play. I scream my way through because I don't know what I'm doing. So don't play
You're
with
that
me.
person in the group.
I am.
Just running around with a rifle. I don't know how to use this thing. Press the wrong button, throws a grenade, blows herself up, respawns at the beginning of the spot.
Ding, ding, ding,
Cool.
100% correct.
Cool.
I am also pulling up Nick's point that I think the Darksaber scene showed us that lightsabers are useful, but really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. Distance. I need distance and away from the drama so I can just eliminate the targets / enemies if necessary, and that's it. So that is 2 blasters and 2 lightsabers. That's a nice even split, guys.
Hey, well, technically, it's not even a split because I have a blaster
No,
lightsaber.
he's
sorry.
He kind of complimented both sides here, so he's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I think that, hey, if you're going to do it right. Just build one that's all together. Ezra was smart.
Garrison, would you go like single-bladed, double-bladed, 2?
A single blade. I feel like double blade is just too dangerous. It'd be the same thing as you.
You'd be losing your feet. That'd be.
Yeah, I'd lose everything.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of great ways to learn. Like Ray Park, he's the reason why Maul has a double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah.
And that was because he was
I'm
good
not
with
prepared for that.
I'm not that coordinated, CJ. I can't put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, give me some time to learn, maybe, but I still
That's what
think
I'm saying.
single
Like
blade.
if you had somebody
It's more
training you-
elegant anyways.
CJ running around no scoping Jawas. Hell yeah. They're the evil of the galaxy. I'm gonna state it. I'm gonna continue to state it. They took parts off the Razor Crest, they took Boba's armor. They are evil. I don't care.
They're scavengers. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yes, they are cockroaches. And cockroaches.
And they're Ewoks too. They're just furry Ewoks inside of those uniforms. That's what they was kind of explained in Book of Boba
Ewoks
Fett.
are teddy bears. Jawas are
The Book of Mandalorian.
No, Ewoks are actually very evil, and I will get into this one day.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to get into it now?
Evil. Please, I feel.
Well, they
I'm
do
so
try to
sorry.
eat
So
people.
literally-
They do try to eat people.
That's true.
So-
I know we had plans, but
Literally, there is.
It can't be any worse than sand people. Sand people just, they just string you up
Let
and
me
just beat you
be.
and rape you and just all kind of bad things to you. And then they convert you. If you go into the books, the sand people convert you after a while. They turn you into sand people. So
Prime
all them people
example is
used
the
to be
Obi-Wan
somebody
book.
else.
Yeah, Boba Fett tried to make sand people look like good guys. No, I'm still pretty against
No.
sand people. They're still pretty bad. I'd still shoot one if I saw one.
But
Look at what Anakin. Look at how they did Anakin's mom, man. That was just
Yeah.
terrible.
the Ewoks. So there's a story that Amanda wrote. I don't know if it was published fully through Lucasfilm and Disney and all that because this is dark. During the encounters of the Empire going in, putting a base on Endor, they proceeded to turn around and get attacked. And they couldn't figure out where it was from, but stormtroopers would start disappearing, and then they'd find mutilated bodies and armor all over the place. Arms.
That's what you're
limbs,
supposed to do.
to the point where it caused these stormtroopers to have full-on PTSD. And there's a story behind this of them talking about their encounters on Endor. It's the decent sized piece to read, but it's gnarly.
this
It
why
is dark.
the Ewok and Stormtrooper fight on Battlefront 2 is so terrifying?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I
Hey.
think they were really.
Well, you gotta think about it.
excited
That's what these are trained soldiers, and you gotta stick with a rock on the end of it. You gotta figure out some creative ways to get rid of these dudes. And fear is a good tactic. I mean, we've used it. Pretty much every human civilization has used fear tactics in war practices. So, I mean, I don't see that they did nothing wrong. That's what they supposed to do. Some strange people showed up on their planet.
But it was to the point where they were screwing with them purposely, so they would go into full mental breakdown mode.
Good. It's easier to kill them that way if they're all flipping out.
See, I knew you would like this, Kyle. That's why I brought it. That's why I was glad I could bring it up. I knew you would enjoy that.
It's not so much that I enjoy it. I just look at the tactician side of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like tactician wise, you enjoy it. Me mentally, I love that they're using those fear tactics. They're kind of Ramboing the situation.
Hey, you got to think about remembering Rambo, how he had all the cops there in the first one and in First Blood. They were scared. They were scared. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't know if they was going to get killed. They didn't know what was going on. He had them all flipping out. And it was just one guy against like 20 of them. Or more, because they brought in the highway patrol and the army was there. He was just taking them all out in fear. They was all scared. They weren't making good decisions.
Well, it's to the point where they contacted Vader, and Vader told them to get the hell over it. Yeah,
I gotta read this. You gotta send me that. I gotta read
if
that.
I can find it again, it was amazing. I've never laughed so hard in my life. That like when it came to the Vader part, and Vader practically was like, "Dude,
get over it.
Get over it.
Build the bridge.
You're
Build the bridge. Get over it."
You're supposed to build the base.
Vader anyways.
Yeah. I like Nick's point that his headcanon is that half the Jawas are Ewok war criminals in hiding.
That's possible.
Seems pretty solid.
I just think they kind of tall to be Ewoks, but hey, who knows? You know, maybe being closer to the sun, you know, things grow towards the sun. There's two of them. They could grow taller.
They look too skinny. The Jawas seem to be kind of a little bit skinnier, while the Ewoks are just like.
Yeah, I feel like their robes are really big, and inside they're just like these little kind of like Gollum.
No, they look like children, is what they look.
I really feel
like it could be Ewoks. You got to think about it, because on Endor they got a whole bunch of vegetation. They got a lot of stuff to eat. There's animals there that they could get a hold of, kill, hunt. You go out there to Tatooine, it's just sand everywhere. That's all you see. So you ain't got no water. You're gonna start shriveling up after a while. You can get a little bit hair start falling out. You know.
The outer rim.
What the Jawas really are is they're the younglings in hiding. They took their Jedi robes, made them in it. They're hiding from Anakin because, and they know Anakin hates sand, so they just.
Then they get kicked out once they get a certain height. Like you got to go, you got to get out. Can't be with us no more.
You're drawing attention,
bro. You're 6'2".
Then they go to sand
people. Wear that robe no more.
If there was really Ewoks, would you guys like go hunting for them and then get one stuffed and put in your house?
Hell yeah,
that would be dope. Have a stuffed Ewok in the corner.
Actually, I wouldn't even
never hear the
when
end
you
of
stuff animals, they're like stiff. I stuff it full of like fluff stuff,
Oh,
like a pillow, so I can cuddle with it in bed.
Oh, that's really creepy. Just got this Ewok with a big bullet hole in it.
right in his forehead, just a blaster bolt. Just his face is up. It's all stuck in a shock position.
Okay, guys, let's move on, because we have a very big topic to talk about today. So it's running all over basically the whole fandom about Dallas Bryce Howard and how the fans want her to be able to
Dallas Howard
or whatever. Yeah, what is it?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Ain't that what I said? What did I say?
No, you said Dallas Bryce.
Oh, whatever. Everybody know what I was talking about. But
yeah, when she changed her name,
that the fans want her to be able to direct a Star Wars movie or have her own TV series, her own live action series. So we need to discuss this in depth, because not only is she super hot, but she is a great director. She is a great director, as we've seen in all of the episodes. Like every single one of the episodes of The Mandalorian that she did was excellent. This last episode of the Book of the Mandalorian was excellent. And so what do you guys think? Do you guys really think that she is experienced enough at this point to get a movie or a whole TV series.
Can I go first? No, please, Charlie. I want to save your enthusiasm for last because you're the most optimistic one, and that I want to see you squirm in your chair.
Whatever happened to ladies first, her? Whatever happened to ladies first? What chivalry, Siege? I'm joking.
We're a team here. If I can watch you squirm in that chair and want to go off, I will.
Here, look, I'm ready to squirm.
So, yes, I believe she deserves one. I believe she deserves a TV show. She's good at the TV shows. Everything we've seen for the Mando and the couple episodes that she has done for the Book of Boba Fett, the one Book of Boba Fett episode and the one Mando Book of Boba Fett episode, she has killed. Mm-hmm. It has been through the roof. Do I think she needs a Mandalorian property? No. She's done great with them, but I don't think she needs that.
Why?
I think hold on. Let me explain. I knew you were going to do this. I knew it.
Hold on. Let me explain.
I feel like she should pick up the Solo series right after Solo, A Star Wars Story, where he's going to Tatooine and doing that very first job. Why? Because her dad did the movie. Her dad, she can always cohorts with her dad and George Lucas because George Lucas was always on set for Solo, helping out and giving tips.
That's why she wanted to go first. Dick, no, I'm joking.
I thought you were going to do something completely different. That's why I wanted to go first.
CJ, that's a good point. Because my position was like, I don't want to give her a movie, but that's a good idea. I would get on board with that.
And that's the thing, because Ron Howard is a prodigy of George Lucas.
He is.
George Lucas's first movie was American Graffiti, which Ron Howard was the star of.
Yes.
Him and Harrison Ford. Bryce grew up on Skywalker Ranch. Yep. She grew up in the Star Wars universe. Ron Howard had everything to do with all these movies. He was a part of everything. He was helped building. He was giving George ideas. He wanted to be in Star Wars, but was never able to be in Star Wars because he went more of the directing route. So for her to take over a Solo miniseries or like the Lando series or something that is close to what her dad was a part of would be killer. Okay, Charlie, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Now I feel bad.
All I was going to say is that not only is she she's the daughter of legendary director Ron Howard, but she accompanied her father during the directing of Solo. Obviously, she was basically sort of partly raised by George Lucas. In a lot of interviews, she's referred to him as her uncle. They're obviously extremely close. She has received the equivalent of a first-class film degree from like two men who know it all, who live, breathe, eat, consume, sleep Star Wars. And she obviously is so naturally talented anyway, quite clearly, with like what she's brought to particularly this latest Book of Boba Fett episode. There's been some really gorgeous themes like threaded throughout that. Give her everything. Specifically, I want to see Ben Solo. I want to see her tackle young Ben Solo. Don't make that face at me. That's not fair. I sat nicely and politely while you... No, I'm joking. I really want to see her tackle.
It needs to be a Clone Wars thing. It needs to be Clone Wars animated.
Does it? I want to see her because she gained so much from the kind of journey of watching Solo be made and it being this kind of singular, like person focused story. I think I'd love to see some young Ben Solo, whether that's like child, adolescent.
I'm gonna blow y'all's mind with my idea.
But yeah, that's what I'd personally really like to see. And I know quite a huge portion of the fan base would agree with that. Before you eat me alive.
I think it's a good idea. I really think it's a good idea because I don't think that she has the experience to do a movie yet, but to be able to, have her dad and George Lucas there to helping her. And because it's one thing to do a 30-minute, hour-long TV show. It's another thing to do a 2-hour-long movie.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing.
Maybe she needs a whole series.
And I think she needs a little bit more experience. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think that she couldn't do it. I think she could do a movie, but I don't think it would be as good as if she had a few more, TV series and other things under her belt, get a little bit more experience. But to have her dad and George there to help her, I think that she would do great.
Chris pulled up something neat.
My thought process was she's pretty good at doing Mandalorian type stuff. And if they was going to give her a movie, and since they're kind of cross-referencing Jedi and Mandalorian, do one off of Tar Vesla. Give her that movie.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of where she's okay. Why?
And then she
Why?
could star in it too
Why
because
you
she's
make me
fine.
want this? Why you make me want this? She was in Jurassic Park. Yes, she's
Yes.
already acted. So yes, I would love to see her in her own work. She's the only director that hasn't been in one of the properties yet. You see Dave, you see Robert, you see all the other guys in it, but you don't see Bryce in any of it.
No.
I would love to see her at least have like a cameo role where she's just like a quirky bartender or
like
a quirky,
like a bartender or like
or
a
a
background
cocktail.
Mandalorian or
I'd like to see her as like a cocky little
Dude, I
Spitfire
just want to
cocktail in
see a
bar.
Mandalorian become a Jedi and get the Darksaber and create the Darksaber. I think that would be an awesome story to tell. And I've been like kind of hoping with the Mandalorian and then bringing up the Darksaber and then some of the stuff that was in the Clone Wars with the Darksaber that they kind of been leading that way. I've been hoping for and praying like, all right, come on, can we get the story? Can we get the story? And then
No, Nick.
hey, she got red
You
hair.
want-
It will work.
She calls George Lucas Uncle George. You
Uncle
really
George,
want her to
what
get
do you mean?
disowned by the maker himself. You
I don't
really
think
want-
George cares now. George don't care. It's not his stuff no more.
One of
He'll
the
probably help her make it.
stipulations on the paperwork. That's probably one
Amara
of the
J's story, like, really, like, because see, this would be the perfect time to bring Mara J because you got Luke being young. This is about the time where they meet, you know. So
They had kids,
then,
though. That would make no sense. You would have to delete the last 3 movies.
so we don't care about the last 3 movies anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We really don't. They're
I like
kind
to
of, they're
think
kind of like
that-
a multiverse kind of movie. I guess that's how you could do that. It'd be like, in another universe, this is what happens when he doesn't get
In a galaxy far, far, far away.
I like the idea that every time anyone in the world mentions Mara Jade, just a vein in George Lucas's forehead just throbs. That's it. That's the
I
only
know he can
indication
feel
you
it.
get
It's like
that
the
someone-
force in him.
But no, I really think that a good Mandalorian story, because they're pushing Mandalorians for some reason, and they have been. They started doing it in Clone Wars. They started kind of focusing more on Mandalore, Satine, and then when they Rebels, they focused on it. And with the Darksaber coming back and the Darksaber showing up, the Darksaber damn near showed up in every series that they have brought out.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Clone Wars, Rebels, The Mandalorian, and now in the Book of Boba Fett. To me, they're just pushing for the story of a Jedi Mandalorian. And there's only been one. That's the ultimate Star Wars story. There's only been one of these ever. And I just think that would be a great, and I think that that's something that she could do. And I think that that's something that George is behind. And I think that her dad could help out in. And I really, really badly want to see it. I want to see how the Darksaber comes to existence and how
just don't
everything
see-
works out.
I just don't see George really tapping into that more.
And if you read the book, if you read the book about, or if you read about the Darksaber and stuff like that, Tar Vizsla ends up becoming a sand person. Basically, he becomes a sand person. He becomes one of the sand people. So they're bringing Boba Fett to the sand people. Everything fits together for them to make this movie. I'm just saying, and I think that she would be
aggressively relaxing. Says one day, teenage Grogu with the Darksaber fighting alongside Grandmaster Rey one day. Well, thank you for being in the chat. First of all, I haven't seen you in the chat.
Yeah, welcome to the chat.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Grogu's gonna go the Mandalorian way, and he's
Grogu's gonna die.
Yeah, Grogu's gonna die.
Die.
You got-
Okay.
In a multiverse, we're gonna
Allegedly.
claim these last 3 movies were a part of a multiverse because Luke ain't no punk bitch, and I ain't taking it.
I am stealing the microphone for a second because I've been ignoring the chat. Nick made a good point a little bit earlier. Kathleen Kennedy gave a trilogy to the writers of Game of Thrones, and when Game of Thrones finished badly and they became the most hated directors, I can imagine Star Wars would want to leave off that potentially happening to Bryce. And also, speaking of Game of Thrones, Nick said that a Game of Thrones type Mandalore series would work really well with all those kind of competing houses and that sort of back and forth and all of the deceit and yes. I want to see that format, but the Star Wars
House of
universe.
Vizsla.
And I feel like Bryce could really get on top of that kind of
And then you could bring in Tar Vizsla into that because there was a point they was all in war when he was.
Yeah.
They were all in battle with each other when he became a Jedi. He's the one that came back and got them all straight because at that point, if I'm not mistaken, I might be fucking talking out of my ass right here, but if I'm not mistaken, the Mask of Mandalore was lost during this time.
Yes. It was. It was lost. They were trying to figure out the infrastructure of Mandalore itself. Couldn't figure
And when
it
he
out.
came
And
back, he
when
kind of
Vizsla was defeated and was killed or slain or went missing or what, however the legends are going to take this. The Darksaber became the new hope for Mandalore itself and became the new mask practically.
Mm. What is the Mask of Mandalore? Is it another like kind of like artifact like the Darksaber?
So basically, in now, the first time that I heard of the Mask of Mandalore was in Revan, and basically Revan conquered the Mandalore. The Mandalore, whoever wore the mask was the Mandalore. He's the head of the Mandalorians. He's the one that controls everybody. Whatever he says, all the clans follow, no matter what clan he's from. He's basically like the president of all the Mandalores or the king of all the Mandalores. Him or her, whoever has the mask. So Revan,
that would be a sick title.
Revan,
Be a lot of stress.
Revan. So the Mandalore was in the book. Mandalore was being controlled by a Sith and telling Mandalore to attack the Republic. That the Mandalorians were strong enough to conquer the Republic. So then Revan came out there and Mitra and they basically blew up the planet. They used the Star Forge or whatever it was called to blow up the planet. Well, during that, Mandalore called out Revan on a one-on-one combat. So when Revan won, the Sith spell was broken, and Mandalore was like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is all this happening? And then Mandalore died. Revan took the mask and hid it. So couldn't nobody find it. And then
So technically, the mask looks like this, if people can see on the
Yes,
screen.
yeah, I've been Googling. It's
That was the very first mask of Mandalore. That was the Mandalore mask itself. From comics, depictions, from books. That is everything that we have gotten. That was so there was a race that started the Mandalorians. And it just transitioned into people. They had giants, they had all these things, and it turned into just a huge how can I defeat that man to get that mask on my face?
damn.
It's just like the Darksaber.
and it was basically like the Darksaber. Then during the book, Clan Ordo got the mask back, and then he became whatever his name is. He became the Mandalore, and then at some point in time, and I'm not sure where it's at. I can't remember right off the hand, but the mask was lost again. So then the Darksaber became the basically leading light. Whoever held the Darksaber was the rightful heir to the leading of the Mandalorians, because nobody's seen the Darksaber in like who knows how long. So that's kind of how that's how the story went. Basically, in Legend side, it's not this is not canonized yet. Well, I guess it kind of is because the Book of Revan is canonized.
Yep.
So it's kind of canonized, but at the same time, what parts are they considered canon and what parts are still considered legend? Because they just take bits and pieces.
I feel with that, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of what they're gonna put into canon into season 3 of Mando. I really do.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
freaking.
Me
I
too.
like want to punch them in the face because they're taking so long to get out. Like 2023, why do we gotta wait 2 years to get the damn? What the hell?
Because the Kenobi, damn it.
Kenobi. I'm just going to put up aggressively relaxed comment. We are not one of the channels that is upset at the sequels. Some of us love the sequels. Some of us aren't that fond of them, but
I like the sequels. I could live without them.
I just feel like they're like a multiverse kind of deal.
That's fair. Like, genuinely, a lot of the fandom choose to see it that way, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's Star Wars. I love anything that has to do with Star Wars.
True.
But if I had to pick between The Last Jedi and any other Star Wars movie, I'm going to watch any other Star Wars movie. That's just my opinion.
That's how I feel with The Rise of Skywalker.
I personally am a huge Rey stan, adore Rey, obsessed with Rey. There's loads of Rey stuff back here, so...
Go look at her Instagram. She plays Rey on Instagram. That's her cosplay.
You can find me at Running Back to Jakku. Please, I need followers. Please. I'm begging you. People keep on following me and I don't understand why. Please.
Thank you for watching us. Sorry for the begging of follows.
Yeah, sorry.
You can follow
Hey, I am not sorry. I am not sorry.
Okay. But back to the whole Bryce Dallas Howard
yes,
thing.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
What do you
We went
think,
on a
Garrison?
Mandalore rant.
Yeah, what do you think, Garrison? What would you like to see?
Regarding what this topic we're on now, or what we were talking about before?
No, Bryce Dallas Howard.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen a whole lot from her where I'm super excited about her yet. You know what I mean? She's just to me, she's just a character, and so she hasn't really proven herself. She's not doing bad, but she's not really like caught my attention, made me super excited for her yet.
Fair.
So I don't have too much of an opinion on her. I wouldn't really be all for giving her a movie just yet.
Yeah.
But then again, we did give a movie to Ryan Johnson, who was supposedly like, he had a track record. He was proven, and I didn't necessarily really like his movie that much, personally. So I don't think experience necessarily means you're amazing either. So,
Fair.
I mean, she could surprise me.
I want to pull up Chris's comment. Imagine the costume budget for the series based around the Mandalorian Wars.
Oh yeah, that would be expensive.
To do anything, to be even near that costuming department, to breathe.
I would love to just be a background character. What you talking about? I mean,
they could do it
out from hell. They would have to be like, hold on, stop. Can you in the back stop fucking moving?
You've got dancing in your costume, please. I know
you're
you're excited.
You're happy, but cool down.
Stop doing the running man in the background, please.
This is a serious scene.
But I mean, look at how many episodes of in Star Wars that they use CGI to do a lot of the stormtroopers. So I mean, there's things that they could do to make it where the budget ain't that high. But you're gonna have to have at least 20 or 30 or maybe even 50 full. And I don't know, because you can make there's some people doing cosplay that got some awesome Mandalorian costumes, and they spent less than $500. So I mean. Yeah. If you really wanted to do it, it could be done, and it could be done under a good budget.
Ooh. Nick, yes, there is that rumoured Bo-Katan series after Ming-Na Wen deleted the tweet the other week. Could that be something they've carved out for her?
Or it could be something that it might not even be a Bo-Katan series. It could be just Bo-Katan is in a series.
Yeah.
And it has to do with something else that might be Mandalore related and has the LightSaber and I don't know because Bo-Katan ain't even around back when Tar Vizsla is around and stuff like that. I mean, this was years before she was even born, so I don't think that they would coincide with each other unless she's playing another character.
I'm really excited in this kind of heavy sort of Mandalore soldier army heavy direction that we're going in. It feels like we're sort of shifting back towards kind of Bad Batch, Clone Wars, that sort of era of film and television making, and it's nice. It's nice to step away from the big Jedi blockbuster.
Well, the Jedi blockbusters works, man. I want to see more Jedi. I'm starting to really miss Jedi.
I do miss them a little bit. Grogu was a nice touch, and Ahsoka was lovely, but give me a bit more. But we'll get there. I mean, we've got Kenobi coming up. You
got Kenobi and Ahsoka's coming up, so we're going to get some more Jedi stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But, I mean, it's kind of... I think that they're really trying to balance it well.
Please be good.
Please be... Crying, just a single tear.
Please be good. Oh, man.
If Kenobi's bad, it's going to be...
Kenobi's bad.
We're going to lose our freaking minds if Kenobi's bad.
I open that group chat the day after Kenobi and find the two of you being angry little critique monsters...
Hey, I criticize them. I'm a critic. I criticize the movie based on realistic terms. Like if the story is bad, if the visuals is bad, if the visuals is all great, and, if everything works out fine, I ain't got no complaints.
What? Star Wars doesn't have plot holes. What are you talking about?
Star Wars is the master of plot holes.
Paying attention to Star Wars?
Are you truly a Star Wars fan?
No wonder she likes Rey. I'm just kidding.
Hey, they even put plot holes with Rey. The whole sequel trilogy was nothing but a giant plot hole. Like, where did this come from? What does this have to do with Star Wars? It was just a giant plot hole.
So Bryce Dallas Howard did 2 episodes on The Mandalorian. I'm going to pull this up. She did Sanctuary in season 1.
Did.
And she was the main focal of the last episode of season 2. Her and John worked together on that episode. That very action-packed, woman-driven, where all like you had Cara Dune, Bo-Katan, all that. That was all her direction. The last part was Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. That was it. She did that whole episode up until the end.
I think she has some real. I'm just going to stop for a sec. Miranda 1212, hello, hi, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here.
Hi.
Appreciate you joining us. I think she's got some real natural talent digging around in there. There is obviously she's basically like been raised by two of the greatest like filmmakers. But I know I've banged on about this, but there's something knocking around in there that just hooks me. I think it's because I personally have a penchant for female directors. Isn't something that's become more prevalent over the last sort of 10, 15 years. I'm all for more women in filmmaking. Gimme. I love it.
Well, yeah, and you also got to think that we could be surprised. What the dude that made, what was that? What was that movie? I mean, that movie was like, what was the name of that movie? The one with the people that was cutting people's brains out and putting them in other people. What movie was that? Yeah, like the old guy had the black dude that was capturing the black people and like bringing them out like the white girl.
Get out.
That dude, that was his first film.
And that was good. It was good enough.
That was a great movie. That movie had me like.
Oh, Chris knew right out the gate. He immediately knew though. Way to go,
yeah,
Chris.
Get out. That movie was great. And that was that dude's first movie. So I mean, you could be surprised with what somebody can do. I mean, they can shock the shit out of you and just be like, I can't believe this. I mean, come on, look at American Graffiti was not that great. It wasn't that great of a movie. Time period, there was a lot of weird stuff going on in Star Wars, like greatest movie of all times. That was American Graffiti, like first real attempt at, directing and writing a story.
I loved it. It was one of the
then Star Wars comes out, boom. George Lucas is a household name. So you never know. So they could give her a movie and she could just explode and blow up. There's been a lot of directors that first movie gave them and you got to think about it, who writes the movie? If say John and them write the movie.
Harrison, you've got an admirer.
Who? Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. Hi, Miranda 1212.
Guys, the chat's telling us to get out. I think we should leave.
We're only 36 minutes in. How about you hold on?
To be fair, Chris's was get out ? So
and then Dylan verified it. Dylan verified the get out part.
No, but they're talking about the show. So
no,
I'm sorry. That arc we went on just to figure out get out. And he's like brains, like cutting people's brains.
I don't know what it is. I can't think on Saturday mornings for some reason. Usually I had answers for every damn thing. I cannot think when I getting in front of the camera. Okay, so everybody that wants to go out and do podcasts on there, being in front of the camera is harder than it looks. Because you be like, what the brain work brain?
I have detailed, meticulous notes in front of me, and there are so many times where I just go, there's nothing.
It just happens. I don't know what it is.
Chris, I'm Ron Burgundy.
But now there's a lot of good directors, and like I said, it all depends on who writes the story. If they give her a bad story and it's just a sucky story, it's not her fault. Because you can't make a story great just by doing good directing. You got to have a good story first.
This is the point that got me to win you guys over about Kathleen Kennedy, because it literally, through her directing and producing and whatever, she didn't write it. She didn't write a single word. It's not
still greenlit it.
Singularly like the director's fault, because there's rights involved as well. Flashbacks to the first live stream, yes. Don't come for our first live stream. We tried.
Man, you got a stand in the Twitch though, Garrison.
Miranda 1212 says that Garrison is better than the three of us. That's
that hurts.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Dylan says Charlie saved me on the stream the other night because I forgot what the other Mando's called.
But there's a lot of, if somebody writes a great story and she comes in and directs a great story, I don't think, from what we've seen from her, she's done a really good job of taking John and Dave's story and creating something great out of it. Each one of the episodes that she's done, they've been pretty good. I mean,
I wouldn't say I'm mad at
director doing
Kathleen Kennedy specifically. I wouldn't say I'm mad at her. Like, I mean, it's fun to jump on the bandwagon sometimes, and just I think Kathleen Kennedy, instead of being like it's her fault, I think she's just become a symbol of what people don't like. Instead of her actually being at fault, she's just a symbol and a name that people can jump on.
She still green lights things. What you talking about?
CJ's right. She still green lights it. Like, but you got to also understand.
She does, but
she might like it. That's her personal opinion. She might like it. She might think there's going to be a great movie, and then it comes out like, what the hell is this? And then she's like, but that also comes to the whole creative process of you take a story, you know, she reads the script like, oh, this is going to be good. And then they done spent $200 million on filming it. And she's like, put this shit out. We got to make some money back. What the hell are y'all doing? I don't care how much of garbage it is. We got to make some money or we going to get shit canned by Disney.
Okay. A1 links. Natasha says everything and thinks Dallas should have a chance to bring new ideas to the screen. I agree.
And some of her fight scenes. Some of her fight scenes, like she's really good at directing fight scenes, putting the camera in the right places, do some of the stuff like that. I've been very impressed by her directing, the way she directs stuff, because you can tell each one of the Book of Boba Fett's who directed it. You can literally just watch them and tell who directed it by screenshots, by where they're putting the camera, background score. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. And that could have been the editor. That could have been in the last episode was that the scores was coming in at the wrong point. Like, what? Why did you change the music right there? Like, that didn't make no sense. Like, you didn't even lead me into the next scene or cause suspense with the music. And that's what the music is supposed to do. But, she's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like we talk all the time. There's no such thing as perfection.
I'm so sorry. I had a point and it's gone. Someone take over for me. I apologize. See, this is what happens. Wait. That was it. I just realized we've been going for nearly 45 minutes. We have not seen Rural Fanboy. Where is he? I miss you. Come back.
He hasn't attacked me on the Twitter.
Damn.
I know. I'm kind of liking Miranda replacing him and being.
Just because she's like, I am not distracted. I'm going over it. Looking at stuff.
I was just playing.
You call me out like that. That hurts. I'm always looking at the screen. The one time I'm looking to see if Rural Farm Boy is stuck in Twitter.
Getting roasted by the chat this morning.
Well, I was wondering where the hell Rural Farm Boy was.
Well, you got to also remember that people on Twitter can't comment on the stream.
But that's
so if he's watching through. He's watching through Twitter because the last couple episodes he watched through Twitter, so he couldn't come on.
He is here then, and he can't.
Okay, you also have to think about what is Kathleen Kennedy's job like necessarily. Is it to please the fans, or is it to gain the most value for your shareholders? And if that's what the goal is, that's what it is. Shareholders. That's what she's doing. So.
They make a crap ton of money off of some of this garbage.
But they're making money, so I don't think they care.
I have another topic that I want to talk about, and I'm sure CJ and Garrison have read about this. Kyle,
I'm clowning you. I already heard you in the chat earlier. I'm still clowning.
I know you clowning. My point to potentially stop any clown faces appearing. It's not that Star Wars video games constantly get announced and cancelled. When Disney bought Star Wars all the way back in 2012, 2015, whenever it was, all of the LucasArts games got cancelled. Every single Star Wars game in production got cancelled, and they had to start from scratch again. Every single game studio scrapped what they had and had to start again. So we've been left for years and years and years and years. Even though there's been Force Unleashed, Lego Star Wars, there's been so much thrown at us, we're still missing these big titles. So, drum roll, please.
Kyle's negative comments.
Electric Arts and Lucasfilm announced 3 new Star Wars titles in development from Respawn Entertainment, who is the studio who did Jedi Fallen Order. They are officially confirmed. It is set in stone, ready to go, and I am so excited. I've got so much written down about these. Have you guys read this? Have you guys had thoughts, feelings?
I'm looking at the Star Wars News just updated saying that they're not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew it.
Okay.
I was over here like, I told you until I get that copy in my hand, it ain't real.
No, I'm just playing. It doesn't say that.
Hey, I got to agree with Kyle. We've heard 1,000 video games in the past couple of years. and we've
I
barely
admit.
gotten any. So I do kind of agree with Kyle a little
I
bit. So I'm
admit.
not going to get my hopes up too much. With that said, if I'm just going to suspend all previous things
Yeah,
and just be
good.
excited,
Good.
correct me if I'm wrong. We have a strategy one.
Yes.
We have a first-person shooter,
Yes.
and then we have a remake of Fallen Order, correct?
It,
Or not a remake, a sequel. A sequel.
It's because Jedi Fallen Order 2 has not been officially used in any of the language. It's being listed as a Jedi-based game being led by Respawn and director Stig Asmussen, who did Jedi Fallen Order 1.
So it's Jedi Fallen Order 2.
Possibly, but it also may be another story with another character that's linked to Fallen Order 1. We're not 100% sure yet.
If you do that, just please make less climbing and
Yes,
wandering
less climbing,
around,
more
please. More, yes, thank you, please. Oh my gosh, and more
for-
fighting people and not just like weird creatures. Not that the creatures were bad, but
Yeah, they were a bit odd. For our first-person shooter, Peter Hirschman, who some of you will know from the iconic Force Unleashed, and he's been production leader for nearly all of the Lego Star Wars games. He's in charge of the first-person shooter. He's quoted as saying, "A new FPS in the Star Wars galaxy is a dream come true for me, and this is a story I've always wanted to tell. Here is my theory." Are you ready for this? Are you? Possibly suggest or an already established property. I was thinking Solo, because Harrison Ford has been brought back in for face scans, voice acting. What if we're getting a Solo like FPS? Like
I feel like he's going to be a character in it. I feel like it might be like a Battlefront styled thing.
No,
where
but
it's more.
The quotes seem to say that it's a story-based sort of FPS.
Oh yeah, there was a story in Battlefront 2, if you remember. There was
True,
a great
there was.
story.
yeah, but it was.
Yes, I'm
Let's
thinking,
be
like,
the game was mainly for multiplayer. It wasn't really for the story.
Well, so was Call of Duty, but Call of Duty had a story too.
oh my god,
Back
Chris,
when Call of
yes.
Duty was really good.
Yeah. And this strategy game is a collaboration between studios Respawn and Bit Reactor. Artist Greg Forsh, you know him from the XCOM games. If any of you guys are into your civilization building, he's head of the strategy game, and he's been doing artwork for civilization games for decades. So this man fully knows what he's doing. I'm not even a big strategy game fan, but I think this could be really interesting. How would you love to be head of your own like battalion, like 10,000 stormtroopers for like?
It wouldn't be
I don't know, dude.
stormtroopers.
Well, because
nothing would get
strategy
done.
can mean like strategy covers so much. There's so many different kinds of strategy games that I just have to wait to get more information on that. Like I have no idea.
I like the first-person shooter though. I'm intrigued. I wonder if they're gonna go kind of a Battlefront route, but more of a Call of Duty touch to it. Like I've been saying in the past, if you put more Call of Duty feel to it, people will want to play it. Call of Duty's popular because it's not difficult to take people out in the game in the multiplayer atmosphere. So in Battlefront 2, because I still play Battlefront 2 religiously, it is difficult. You have to practically blow them up to win this. If you kind of hit more of a Call of Duty aspect to it, people would be more intrigued. You'd have a multiplayer mode. You have like finishing moves. But let us be able to use Jedi without earning credits or earning amount of points. Let us use Boba Fett without earning points. Like you gotta at least have like a Lego repertoire of characters to use. Like I wouldn't mind watching Jar Jar get killed 6 times in a gameplay.
Great. Nick,
Oh man,
What's that one game?
Which one?
You know the one? It was Jedi Academy.
Yep.
Yeah, Jedi Academy.
Did anybody play that?
Good, yes.
Where you could kind of choose. You could have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
You could do something like that multiplayer. But
yes.
For me, I've always loved the first-person shooter campaigns. I don't know why. I've loved those stories. Like if you look back to Call of Duty, like Advanced Warfare, when I was in high school playing that, I thought the story sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like if they could do something like that in a Star Wars universe, I'd love that. That'd be so cool.
Nick, I don't believe they did, and that's why they don't have it anymore. I don't think they learned because they keep dropping the same stuff, but they're not getting in trouble for the whole buying. Like
EA have
support.
explicitly said basically that they're not doing Battlefront 3 because Battlefront 2, whilst it's an amazing game, the amount of microtransaction drama, like EA, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on with Battlefield 2042. Not the best start from EA. Not the best.
You can't be as worse as Cyberpunk. I'm just saying.
No, it is. It is. it is worse by a huge stretch. So I'm glad that these will be EA's last 3 Star Wars games that are collaborative, and they won't be any more
They're
independent.
going to be garbage then.
Well, I think this is the
EA's
thing.
not going to put their all into it because they lost the contract.
Because they've given it to Respawn, and Respawn are obviously deeply passionate about the Star Wars series, and they have a lot of people on their team who have done previous Star Wars games. I think EA have just been like, here's the budget, and here are the licenses, but that's it for us. Like, we're busy. Fix Battlefield 2042.
Okay, I'll tell you exactly what type of game I want. Exactly down to the detail. The one that I can actually play.
That was it.
I mean,
I
I would really get into video games more, like if I had time. I mean, I've seen them. They look dope. I watched the guys play them on YouTube. I've been captivated just sitting there watching. Like, I'm sitting there with my son. He's watching people play on YouTube, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, this is a dope game, man. I would love playing this game. But I just don't have the time. But the object of that, there's just been so many games announced, and none of them have came out. It's like every 2 months we're hearing about a new game coming out, and then it never happens. And I think it's just, it pisses me off because I know there's so many Star Wars fans that love playing video games, and it just builds their hope, their hope up, and then they crush their hope. It's like the opposite of what Star Wars is. Star Wars is all about hope. And then you're just building it up, crushing it, building it up. I guess that's kind of what the movie's been about too. So
I'm going to be a pedantic little madam. What you're actually experiencing is the same 3 or 4 games that we've talked about. So Lego Skywalker Saga, which was originally due to be released last year, it was pushed to December, and now it's been officially confirmed for April.
Which I'm so happy about.
2 was flapping around for a while. Battlefront 3 was flapping around for a while EA worked out what the heck they were doing. And what you're getting is the repeat of, yes, it's coming, no, it's not coming, yes, it's coming, but it's only about 3 or 4 games. It's honestly, I promise you, it's not as dire as it feels it is.
Hey, I was truly thinking about getting a PS5 or whatever the new Xbox is to play Eclipse. I was like, this is going to be the dopest game ever. I'm going to play that, and that's not happening.
Dylan, so I'm going to answer this real fast for Dylan.
Yeah.
Who do I main? I main a heavy until I get enough points, and then I either rock Boba Fett or Darth Vader. Plain and simple. Fair. And if it's the Jedi, like if you're doing the Age of the Republic, I don't like being a droid. I think they're obnoxious.
Hey, running around as BB-8 is hilarious.
I rock a heavy still because my heavy is like a level 199.
Yeah, I prefer
and I do that until I can get Obi-Wan or Yoda. And then with the Rebels, the same thing until I can get Luke or Han.
Weirdly, Nick and I have both ended up putting most of our game sort of currency into Palpatine, which means that now he flies super high and he's disgustingly powerful, so nobody can get anywhere near him. All you have to do is go like this and everyone's dead.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Oh, God, I got to play that game, man. You can be Palpatine, electrocute people. I ain't playing this game. Jesus, man, I'm missing out on so much stuff.
You don't even got a lightsaber. You get Force lightning.
Oh no, I gotta have a lightsaber. I gotta have a lightsaber. I like cutting things.
You got some? Oh wait,
we ain't got to news yet.
Yeah, we ain't got to news yet. 2 seconds. There's a couple more. There's a couple more video game bits. I'm so sorry because
we're talking about video games. This is a topic of discussion.
My bad.
We haven't even played the clip, CJ. Slow down. I'm sure you guys have seen this. There was leaked/released footage for the 1313 game footage of Boba Fett walking around the underbelly of Coruscant City. It was such a brilliant look into a game that we could have had. It was cancelled shortly after Disney purchased Lucasfilm and then closed down LucasArts and laid off their entire staff.
I want a Boba Fett game.
And I don't know if you guys have watched the footage. It looks sick. And you want to know what's even more exciting? A quote from the game designer for the original footage from the 1313 game, Grant Parker. Fun fact, a lot of excellent early concept stuff from 1313 has been repurposed and used in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. The latest episode even had a meat locker with tauntauns in.
There was tauntauns in there?
Those were tauntauns?
Man, that's messed up. Hey, Han said them things
stunk. If you look at the concept art, they have those skulls with the horns, and I was like, what the hell creature is that in the start? And then now Charlie just made sense of it. Now I'm hurt.
Oh,
I heard that they stunk. Then you know them guys was smelling in that episode. Like, oh man, this is stinking with tauntauns in here. You know, Han said this is not gonna smell very good, but at least you'll be warm.
It was a really nice sort of look at a third-person Boba Fett kind of story-led. There was interaction with NPCs. There was really beautiful lighting. It was so atmospheric, and I know we've seen parts of kind of the underbelly of Coruscant, specifically in Clone Wars and stuff like that. But I want to be able to free roam that area. I really hope.
Yeah, I want like a GTA or like a Red Dead
I want
in
to
Star
be able
Wars.
to go and like.
Since we're talking about 1313, hold on. Since we're talking about 1313, shout out to the 1313 podcast.
Our boys,
yes, our boys. I loved it. I love that due to the fact of the bounty stuff. I'm sorry, Charlie. You're saying something.
No.
Excited.
That's okay. You can get excited because it is exciting. And to top all of this video game news off, there is a new expansion for Knights of the Old Republic, which is coming just before we get the 4K remaster. It's a Legacy of the Sith trailer, being released 15th of February. A renegade Sith Lord Darth Malgus.
It's something.
I like Malgus.
Yeah, an expansion story takes place on the planet of Mangan and will send players headfirst into a new military campaign with the mission of securing a very important planet for their faction. It's part of the Old Republic 10th anniversary. Loads of stuff has been coming out this year. I haven't played the games, but I've seen enough to really appreciate and love them. So when the 4K master comes out, gonna buy it, gonna play it, gonna stream it, and it's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Shout out for Knights of the Old Republic in the chat.
That's going to be a question for y'all. It says, aggressive relaxing says, was the music playing in the bar when Mando was trying to get paid? KOTOR music? Did any of y'all notice?
Possibly. It's not something I've seen come up in my research of the episode, but maybe.
I didn't see anything about it.
I didn't recognize it.
Oh, right. I'm done ranting at you about video games. I am so excited. And yes, I'm going to let myself get hyped. And yes, I'm going to let myself have a good time because that's what I deserve as a Star Wars fan.
I just don't want to see y'all get disappointed.
I know you don't want to see us get disappointed.
That's where I feel for Kyle is like, I don't want to get all hyped up. And then next thing you know, the only thing I know that's coming out is the Lego Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And until you get it in your hand, you don't know for a fact if it's coming out.
Well,
just because they say it is.
Because I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, they refund me.
Hey, I pre-ordered the Ronin 4 and it's still on back order. You know, who knows when I might get it.
This.
All right, you guys ready for What If?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It only takes one decision to decide the direction of the galaxy. A decision that will influence the outcome. But if that decision went the other way, reality as we know it would change forever. The galaxy would be on a different course. Things that have happened would cease to exist. A new narrative would be etched into creation. So we are going to analyze those other possibilities when we ask, what if?
Okay, guys, I got a good one for you guys this week. Okay. So, when Kylo Ren destroys the Jedi Temple and kills all the Jedi younglings and everybody except Luke. Luke's the only one that survives by what we are shown. What if Grogu escapes and becomes a Sith because of all the negativity that he has seen? How do you think the galaxy would go then?
What? He's like a little sponge for all of the bad stuff happening, and he just sucks it up and becomes evil. Evil. Yeah, but imagine. I'm sorry, but
He's just gonna go exile himself to Dagobah like Yoda did.
How can a Sith be intimidating when with a swift kick they can, like halfway across the?
Hey, you gotta understand. By this time, he'll probably be about Yoda size.
A swift kick, Kyle. A swift kick. I've got very long legs.
Hey, Yoda. It's hard to catch Yoda, and if Grogu's as fast as Yoda. See how he was bouncing around?
That wasn't even Yoda at his peak, though.
Yeah, just imagine Yoda at his peak. That could be Grogu, a dark side little Sith Lord.
I don't think he goes dark side. I think he.
Oh,
goes
that's the question. You're supposed to come up with the idea of what happens if he goes to the dark side. Not, I don't think he's going to do it. We're not discussing whether or not he's doing it or not. He's dead. We know that, but we're just saying if he doesn't die and he joins the dark side.
He's sided with Palpatine. What if he became like Palpatine's bestie? And Palpatine's
dead.
with Baby Yoda.
You mean
Palpatine lived. That's
yeah,
right.
somehow.
clone,
He's on
clone
Expo
Palpatine?
being like, yo, bro, that Snoke guy, I can do better than him. I can do better than him. Just let me go. He kind of like Darth Maul in him, keeping him like behind the shadows, training him just right. We get a whole 3 movies of just Darth Grogu running the galaxy.
Yeah. How old is Grogu when he decides to go bad? Like
I think he's probably like, he's like 70 instead of 50 in The Mandalorian.
Chris, I'm absolutely crying. I really don't know if Grogu would survive 0 environmental awareness. Yes, that baby does not know, not a thought between those eyes.
I don't know. He jumped back pretty quick with that loft cat hissing at him. But he
Sorry,
eats
that
everything
makes me
else.
cry.
I think he knows exactly what's going on. He's so confident in his ability in the Force that he just.
Oh,
He beat the
He's like,
hell
I
out
got
of those
this.
stormtroopers.
It's all
I
an
can
act.
see a dark side.
I mean, he's an infant that picks up a giant thing with the Force. I mean, yeah, he does pass out
I think
afterwards.
he knows exactly what he's doing. I'm just kidding.
I just think he's faking it. He's got to be faking it. He's got to be.
What are you talking about, Dylan?
I'm
Ben
so
Solo
tired.
did
He's
not
pulling-
slaughter the Luke Jedis. He was at Luke's place. He was Luke's number one.
Yeah, his number one student. His
Number one student. So he flew somewhere else just to kill them for no reason, and then Luke showed up later. Like the
like, hey, I'm gonna go to the store. Did anybody want anything? Comes back. And
he would be the
temple's
Darth.
down.
That would be his name, Darth Snacks. He's gonna be named Darth Snacks, and then his whole Sith empire is about stealing all the snacks.
Oh, we don't read comics here, Dylan.
We're going off the movies.
We're going off movies. We're kind of going off speculation of movies.
Where are
here.
all of them then? Like,
Oh, well,
Luke-
send
And it
Garrison
depends
a
on
link.
which comic that you're reading.
Got Garrison intrigued now.
Now Garrison gonna be looking up Star Wars comics for the next 20 minutes.
where are all the other Jedi then?
Do they just run? They're like, screw this. I didn't sign up for this.
They
Only
forgot
thing
the
Ben
Force
Solo
all of a
did
sudden.
wrong. Dylan says Ben Solo did nothing wrong. Only thing he did wrong is he didn't kill Luke, the one that was actually trying to kill him.
Because he could have taken over all
Bro,
those younglings.
Luke was the dumbass in that. I really don't understand what the writers were doing with Luke. They did
He
him
could
dirty.
have just put the lightsaber to his chest and clicked the button and called it a day.
Yeah, I don't know why he's standing there lighting it all like
Yeah,
that
all
didn't
like
make no
stoic,
sense.
like he's gonna bring him down hard. No, put it
Yeah.
up to his chest, press the button. Call
Just
it a
imagine
day.
if Grogu was already on the dark side and he was the one that was like pumping them images and stuff into Luke's
Oh yeah,
head.
it's Grogu instead of Luke.
Like Grogu's over there like Ben is the bad guy. He's like your he's like your dad. He's like his grandfather. Go kill him. Go kill him now.
Grogu's behind it all. Grogu's Palpatine's master.
Yeah. That would be so dope that they like just
Pulling the strings. He's like, tell them you're all the Sith. They'll never expect me.
I'm too cute to be a Sith. What are you talking about?
Me? A Sith?
Oh, I know, right? Grogu would. He would play so dumb. He could pull a Palpatine without having to be Palpatine. He really could. He could destroy
That's right.
everything.
I think we can agree that he would go straight to the top. Like he would overtake Palpatine, and it would be the worst thing the galaxy has ever seen.
it'd be so
because
messed
he
up because
would
he'd be so young. Like, oh, look at this little cute guy right here, and then he stabbed you in the face with a lightsaber.
No,
Like,
he's-
But if Grogu uses Force Lightning, what Palpatine happened to Grogu? And I don't want to see that.
dude, that would be so dope. I would love to see that. They should make that a movie. That's what Bryce Dallas Howard should do.
Yes.
She should do the
Yes.
Dark Grogu trilogy. That would be so funny as hell.
You know how funny that would be? Palpatine's like, "Oh, look at you, you little womp rat," and then lightsaber over with. And then he like lays Palpatine down and grabs Palpatine's lightsaber and puts it up there like it's like he did it to himself, kind of deal by accident. And then he just walks off. He's, I don't know what happened. I went to go get snacks and came back, and he was like this.
This point made me laugh harder than it should have. Luke's like the dude in No Country for Old Men, putting his lightsaber to people's foreheads and turning it on.
Yes! Thank you! This would have happened with Ben. It would have stopped everything from happening. Snoke would have been a thing. He just wouldn't have had Kylo. Han Solo would have lived. There's so much here we need.
Imagine a mod in Battlefront where they replace Palpatine with Grogu. That probably already exists in the modding community.
There is a mod. There is a mod. It's a little hooded Grogu with his ears popping out. It's all dark. He's got like the red robe. And it's awesome. It's awesome. This little baby lightsaber.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez.
So we can agree that it would be horrifying, upsetting, traumatic, ridiculous.
No, I'd be on his side. I'd change to the Empire.
Yeah.
I already changed to the Empire a long time ago, so you know.
I don't like Palpatine. I'd change for Grogu.
Palpatine is dope.
Yo, I'm gonna make that on Photoshop. Ugly dark side Grogu, all wrinkly and pale with a Palpatine forehead and Sith eyes.
I would love it. I'd be so happy.
Get it as a tattoo.
What would his name be though? What would his name be? Like it wouldn't be Grogu.
I already told you it'd be Darth Snacks.
Darth Snacks.
It's gonna be menacing, not cute. That's cute. I'd be like, oh,
Darth
you're so
Baby
adorable,
Yoda.
and then I'd die.
Darth the Child.
Grogu-tarian.
Hey,
Just add like extra syllables. Add extra syllables. But what you're gonna do? You're gonna create an entire generation of kids. You're gonna create an entire generation of kids who are now evil delinquents, and we'll try to take over the world.
If we're going with like the child,
Darth Nuggies.
Child,
Yes, Nuggets.
Darth Nuggets.
if you translate,
That's a good one.
if you translate child to Latin, you get Darth Filius.
That's good.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty sick. I like that. Darth
And you can
Macaroon.
still call him the child. You
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean?
child.
The child could be so scary.
Be like the children of the corn.
Oh,
Child.
hey. Whoa.
Ah.
No.
We good. I ain't playing with that.
All right, let's go to some news and rumors because
Go on,
I ain't got nothing really. I'm lying.
I've got a few bits, but
three
CJ can go
things.
first. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I gotta hit the button.
Press the button.
I'm pushing the button.
The Helmet News and Rumors.
Okay.
Noise.
Okay. First off, there is reported alleged talks about a Darth Maul series during the Crimson Dawn.
What? Sources?
Alleged.
see that.
It's all alleged.
Fair?
There's just been
CJ,
I've seen, like,
CJ.
6. Hold on. No, I'm not saying this because I'm a Darth Maul stan. Don't
No.
start this.
No. Okay, fine. Finish what you'll say, and then I'll say it.
There's been about 4 different websites covering it. They're talking about it because Ray Park has been flown into LA and is being casted for something because he wasn't in this last Snake Eyes movie. He was not doing those stunts. So why is he in LA? And who the hell is he talking to? Because the last time he was in LA, he did the Clone Wars Season 7 Mandalore fight. And that was the last thing we saw of him. Why is he back in LA?
Maybe he wanted to watch a Lakers game.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch the Lakers.
CJ, that restraining order says 100 yards.
Sam Witwer. It's of Sam Witwer, damn it.
Okay.
Not of Ray Park.
CJ. Do you really want them to do to Darth Maul what they've done to Boba Fett?
What if this is Bryce Dallas Howard or Bryce's property? What if she does
I
it?
hardly think they try and give Darth Maul emotions after this long of him being a rage-filled, hateful beast when he literally returned from the death
Bro,
with hatred.
We didn't think they'd give emotions to Boba Fett, who's supposed to be a hardened criminal who doesn't feel anything.
Stop, you're killing me.
I don't know. They already turned arguably
That's fair.
one of the most hardened badass characters to a softie who has no
Why do I get
respect.
excited about these things for you guys to just kill me on?
We're not killing it. CJ, I would scream if there was a Darth Maul series. I don't care whether it's animated, live action, not bothered, give it to me. Anything else?
I
on the
wouldn't
list
mind.
this
I'd
year?
watch it. It's Darth Maul. I'd watch it,
Darth
but
Maul, yes.
I watch Boba Fett, and it's
But
there.
I
It's
have
Star Wars.
Some Lego news.
Pop off.
So Lego dropped 2 new helmet series, and it is the Mandalorian helmet
Yeah.
and Luke's X-wing helmet.
Ooh. Hey,
Do you have
that's
to
what-
build them because it's Lego?
Yes.
That's what this is.
It just doesn't
No, that
come
would suck. I
pre-built.
don't want to build nothing. I just want to put it on.
No, it's not life size. Damn, Kyle. You look life size Lego helmet. You see Kyle roaming around his office like, yeah.
Hey, Nick, that's great. Darth Maul finds his love for gardening on indoor.
I love feeling the grass beneath my. No. Just wait. And he's like, why'd you get into gardening? I just love feeling the grass beneath my. Never mind.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Kyle, I haven't heard you laugh like that in a good few episodes. Damn.
That was funny. Nick, that was funny.
They are also dropping. Funko Pop is also dropping another line of their Valentine's Day
Oh, yeah,
Funko Pops.
I've got the Stormtrooper somewhere, I think.
They are
Even
dropping
though
Bo-Katan, a new Boba Fett, a new Fennec Shand.
I can see Boba Fett holding a heart, shaking his head.
Man,
Although-
why? Why you gotta be like this?
Don't get your hopes up to our listeners and viewers. They say they'll be released in time for Valentine's Day,
Oh,
but
they
mine
won't
didn't
be.
turn up until September. So
No, they're gonna be released in time. They're not- Lego's really good about releasing on time.
Lego's
Pop
great,
is not.
Funko not so much.
Darth
Yeah.
Maul becomes a ballet dancer.
Man, you know what? I'm tired of getting attacked. You leave.
You're not
leave
getting
Wall
attacked,
And the
Bobby.
fat.
You're
Oh,
not.
I'm killing it today. Oh, that's great.
You hurt my feelings.
John Wick 4, Darth Maul.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
that
sorry,
is
TJ.
all I've
Is
got
that-
because
Can I go?
I don't have any more.
That's okay.
Can I go? Next in news, they're making another show for Rey. Rey's gonna change too. She's gonna take up her love of.
Yeah. Ray's going to take up
It's
her
a
love of
reality
woodworking.
TV show. It's on the Hallmark Channel now.
The first
Rey falls in
thing-
love.
Ray takes up pottery.
Rey and the Skywalkers.
Oh goodness. I had some video some pictures to show you with these bits of news, but I can't seem to get it working at this precise moment in time. Anthony Daniels has hinted at returning as C-3PO. He was photographed in Ealing Studios in London, which is where quite a lot of the animated stuff is filmed and the voiceover stuff is filmed, in a mocap suit. Based on the timing and location, it seems to be that this is for the animated Droid series being released, Star Wars: A Droid Story, which is introducing us to a new droid hero, and we're going to learn what life is like for the droids.
Ain't that just, don't they already have that?
Nothing but anxiety. Yes.
Don't
and
they
it's a
already have the
cartoon.
droid story? Was this like a remake of them or something?
Mm.
Because don't they already have the droid stories where him and R2 is going around trying to figure stuff out? And,
That's the very, very, very old animated series
Yeah.
that's no longer considered canon, I don't think. So they're redoing it.
it's on Disney Plus. It was.
Oh,
It just was on Disney
there's-
Plus not long ago because I
It
watched
still
it.
is. It's Droid Stories. It's all animated.
I just
It's
want to
not
understand
bad.
this. They're making a story just about droids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the droid
they did
stories
it-
was cute.
Oh my god!
They did that,
suck
and
the
they did
fun
it.
out
They
of
did
it,
a
guys.
Droid Story kind of
Oh,
deal.
I-
Well, no, I was just wondering because, I'm like, dude, didn't they already make that? Because they seem like they're remaking a lot of stuff. It's
None
like
of this is confirmed. It's all just a theorizing.
theorizing. Okay. I mean, it'd be cool.
Um,
I liked the first one. It was cool. I liked them. It was cute.
There's also this is quite lovely. Peter Mayhew's wife, via the Peter Mayhew
Oh,
Foundation Twitter, officially welcomed actor Kerry Taylor into the Wookiee family with the warmest of Wookiee welcomes, which was so sweet.
I mean, Carrie Jones.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you
Carrie-
said Carrie Taylor.
I'm so sorry, Kerry Jones.
I was like, what?
Ignore me.
Who?
Wow.
Kerry Jones, the actor who plays Black Chrysanthemum. Yes, which I thought was such a lovely thing.
I still think Jonas should have been Black Chrysanthemum, plain and simple.
Wow,
Never
Carrie
got
did a
that.
great job. He ripped that
Yeah.
guy's arm off in the
He
show. and
ran
he just-
so goofy. though. He ran so goofy.
That's all right. Every Wookiee don't run exactly the same.
Bro, you trying to move that?
Yeah,
big
you
frame
try
around.
wearing like
I'm not
7
almost
foot
7
Wookiee
feet
suit
tall. I don't know
still.
what it's like.
There's
Have you
been
ever
a bunch.
seen Shaq run? Like he's not the most graceful.
It is
Shaq's
not.
also almost 380 pounds. The man's big. It's not supposed to be graceful. He looks like a rhino running up and down the court.
Okay, so why
Yeah,
is
it's so
Costanza
black
supposed to
because
be
you got that
graceful?
giant suit on you. It's probably heavy.
Jonas made it look
Nick,
like
shut up.
perfection.
I don't run goofy. Leave me alone.
Wow, Nick. There's a lot of shade in this. I like
Back
this.
to
I don't know, Chris. I like
Some
to.
shade today.
There's been a bunch, as CJ mentioned, there's been a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff released, which is your typical cutesy capitalist rubbish. However, something I thought Garrison and Addison might enjoy, they've released a set of silicone rings that are engraved with "I love you" and "I know" in Arabesh.
Oh, I like that. I like
And
that.
Yeah,
they're
that's
My
really
wonderful girlfriend sent me
Yeah.
a photo of that.
I actually like that.
I will send you the link in the group chat because I thought they were really lovely.
Thank you.
And last bit of news, which I thought was kind of exciting. It's one of those things where somebody in a show has been interviewed, and the quote they gave is super vague, but I enjoy the speculation that comes out of it. Tusken Raider actor Rory Ross, who's also in the upcoming Kenobi series, has this to say about the trailer. And I quote, "I think a lot of fans are like, where's the trailer? What's happening? I think the big part of it is Lucasfilm is just trying to make sure that it's as polished as possible. So when it comes out, it's not going to have that Game of Thrones moment where there's a coffee cup in the corner that they missed. And it's going to have a lot of love that's poured into it. It's going to blow people's minds. And I really enjoy seeing what's been going on."
Okay, so I'm going to say something real fast before everybody else jumps in. They said the same shit about Book of Boba Fett, and look at what we're getting.
I know, but I enjoy the what is he talking like? What's he alluding to?
But you gotta really think about it.
All killer, no thriller.
When does
killer, no
Kenobi come
killer.
out? Kenobi comes out what? December, September? When does it come out?
We're supposedly getting a trailer drop on May the 4th, so I'm guessing autumn time, late autumn.
Yeah, so you got to figure that they're not gonna. They didn't drop a whole lot of trailers until right close to the show coming out on Boba Fett. So I haven't even been really.
We're getting Kenobi in May.
What? Are you sure? Somebody look
I don't
that
know.
up.
That's what
Somebody
I'm doing.
look that up. Quick.
You know what?
The
As
Bad Batch-
excited as I am for Kenobi, the later it comes out, the more comfortable I'll be with it.
Yeah.
Because they need to take their time. Because if they ruin it, it's going to cause some
No, I
problems.
think the trailer's been rumored to drop on May the 4th.
Yeah, December 24th.
So-
20. Oh, that what the hell? That's 2019. That ain't right.
Disney, take your time in case you need to do a
Yeah,
complete
Disney, take
rewrite.
your
Drop
time,
this in
please.
2020, December 31st, 2022. Okay?
Shit. If it's gonna make it better and you got to redo the whole thing, you
Yes.
could drop it next year. Just
I
don't
will
screw
wait
it up.
as long as you want. Just don't
And
fuck
also
it
the
up.
end of the year, and we have Mando season 3 before then. Oh, I don't know. Whatever, whenever, I'm excited. I want it.
That's fair. Honestly, I'm excited for Kenobi. If they're going the route they're supposed to go and they're doing what they're supposed to do and it becomes what it's supposed to become, I'll be happy. The second it does not go into anything canon, because the Kenobi book is canon.
Well, I've heard a lot of speculation. There's been a lot of speculation and a lot of rumors that they're going a lot off the book. And if they do that, it's going to be an excellent
Oh, yeah,
series.
because that book was amazing.
Yeah, that
I
book
love
was
that
great.
book.
Massive.
That means we get more Tusken Raiders.
There is some very sensitive things in that book, but it's more more excitement type of sensitive things because it's how he's dealing with losing Anakin and him supposed to being able to communicate with Qui-Gon and Qui-Gon not talking to him and stuff like that. So it's like it's sensitive, he's emotional about it, but it's building emotion. It's like it makes you anticipate. It makes you anticipate things.
Man, there was a
I don't
long
know.
pause there. You were trying to come up with the word. I could see it. I was like, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Charlie, you're muted.
Kenobi isn't canon. This is what the chat is pointing out. The actual book itself is not technically.
It says canon on the cover.
Yeah, it says it's a canon Star Wars.
Fair enough. Yes, they have cast a young Leia for Kenobi, also rumored to be a young Leia.
Then they cast young Luke and young Leia.
Yep, around the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, then ain't they twins, like real life twins?
That would make no sense.
Not 100% sure.
Oh Jesus! Oh,
Can I do the quiz soon? Because I've got some really good questions this week.
man, you just,
Everyone is-
want to hurt our feelings with this
Everyone
quiz.
is furiously Googling and it's adorable.
We're trying to figure it out. Trying to learn.
Trying
Hey,
to
yo,
figure
Kyle,
out-
that shirt. I give my best friend for his birthday that shirt. This is the Death Star. Or this is my happy place. Right?
Oh, that's cute.
Well, because like every year for his birthday, I get him a Star Wars shirt. It's been like that since we were like 16.
Aww.
And I went to Kohl's and saw that shirt, and I was like, "Oh, he's getting."
I'm telling
that
you,
shirt.
Kohl's is where you
man.
got to go to get. They got all the Star Wars shirts. They got so many Star Wars shirts.
I'm
It's
so
not
heartbroken
even-
I don't get to experience
That's
this.
where I got this Mando shirt. Kohl's.
At least I've got a Star Wars t-shirt.
Oh, Dylan's right. It is Legends.
I don't care. I'm gonna make it canon because it was a great book.
But
There.
there's been so many speculations. I mean, there's been so many people. Even John Favreau slipped up and said something about it being that they used the book. So this is what I want everybody to understand. Fuck all that canon legend shit, because that shit is non-existent anymore. John and David pull so much from canon, from legends, that you don't even know what's existence anymore. So everything that's legends is canon now. Everything that's canon is legends now. It's just your take on the
Well, that was the
situation.
thing.
Honestly-
Tar Vizsla was Legends. It was a legend story.
For me though, nothing is canon until it's on the screen, dude. Like honestly, because everything else, it's always changing. It's always all over the place with what Disney wants. When I see it on the screen, I'll believe it.
Well, then it's still not considered, because technically, if you go off of the speculations, Disney is getting rid of canon and legends anyway. They put out a statement on that there's going to be no canon and nothing's going to be regulated as canon. Canon is non-existent anymore. And that was back in 2019 or 2018 that they put that out. So do we even, people are still speculating and arguing over canon and legends, and none of that shit is even truly existent anymore. If Disney themselves said they're getting rid of canon, then nothing will be canonized, because canon is a Lucasfilms product. It's not even Lucasfilms. It's George Lucas said something was canon or legends, because all the first books were not legends or canon. They were expanded universe, and they were all endorsed by George. So that made them canon. Then they were separated when Disney first took over, and then Disney said they were no longer going to do it. Yeah. So, and that was in 2017 or 2018 when they put out that statement. So technically, everything that we're talking about is just a waste of time. And I don't give a fuck if it's canon or legends, because I like both of them. They all Star Wars to me. I've read every single book, and I pick 90% of the books over the movies any day, because the books are way better than the movies. All of the movies, every single movie that's ever been released.
Right. Before we all chew each other's heads off, we're doing the quiz.
Well, now, you insufferable want rats, it's time for Charlie's impossible quiz.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ready? Is
God.
everybody set?
Here we go.
No, I'm not ready. No.
Chat, are you ready?
I never
Chat, you
am ready.
Chat, are you ready?
Welcome by. Aw.
Question number 1 of Charlie's Impossible Quiz. Who was Obi-Wan Kenobi's first love? CJ?
Duchess Satine.
Nope.
That's a lie.
Nope.
It's always going to be Duchess.
That's not canon.
That is
Oh.
canon. It's in
No, I was talking about whoever else she's going to say is
I know,
not canon.
That's not canon. That's not canon. It's Duchess. It's Duchess Satine. I'll fight that till the day I die.
Fight me.
And
Padme.
what is it? Is it in a lot? What's the movie? I mean, what's the book that, there's a book, the book has, what's the name of that book? I just read it, I listened to it not
Master
too
and
long ago.
Apprentice?
Does
Was it
anybody
Master and
have any
Apprentice?
guesses?
I think it was
I
Master
thought
and
he
Apprentice.
I thought there was an intriguement with the princess and Master and Apprentice.
Yeah, something like that.
Jeez.
I think
No.
you're right. I think you're right.
The correct answer is Siri Tashi, the Padawan of Jedi Council member Aide Galea. When they were both younglings at the Jedi Temple, they'd hold hands under the table during lunch.
When they were like
Yeah,
under
little
10,
Yeah.
Check
it
yes
is
or no.
Duchess
that don't
Satine,
count.
and I
That's
will
not
die
real
on that
love.
hill.
That's not real love.
infatuation.
No, it is Satine, and I will die on that hill.
Question number 2. What real-life animals make up Chewbacca's fur?
Bear and a sheep.
Good guesses. Anybody else?
Kyle
Dog?
took my guesses, damn it.
No, not a dog. No, nobody skinned a dog to make Chewbacca suits.
You don't have to skin them. You can just, it's just trimmings.
Let's see. It's not a bear and a sheep. I don't know. Shit.
A buffalo. A buffalo.
A
Yeah, buffalo.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buffalo.
Oh,
would
hold
You
on,
know-
hold on. What animal is all shaggy like that? It looks like
It's
a
animals.
like
it's
the-
multiple animals.
I think it's a buffalo and
It's a yak, isn't it? I'll bet you money it's a yak.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of them is a
look,
yak.
There's another one? There's
Originally, Chewie's fur is made up of rabbit fur, goat hair, and yak.
Hey, ain't that what didn't I say sheep? Ain't that what a yak and a goat
A
is?
yak-
Anyway,
yeah,
it's
a
a
yak is like a goat
combination,
animal.
combination of those two they put together and came up with a sheep.
Jesus.
The branches are very different.
All right.
Oh
They
my
both can
God.
climb very well. That's all I know.
Yeah, I can imagine it would stink. I can imagine the original Chewbacca
yeah.
suits were the
Oh, it was
stinkiest
terrible.
thing.
Huh.
Yeah, just imagine Peter and they're like, oh God, I got to smell this all day.
I just imagine he goes home smelling like that.
His wife had to be like, this is terrible. I want a divorce. I don't care how much money you're making, which wasn't
How
that much during
popular
that
you
time.
are.
Question number 3. What is the name of Wicket's son who can be seen at the end of Rise of Skywalker?
There was an Ewok in the Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, there was.
What? It's Warwick
I didn't pay.
Davis' son.
I didn't pay.
I know that.
I'm guessing. I don't remember an Ewok being in the Rise
Yeah,
of
dude,
Skywalker.
I give up. I'm not even gonna try.
Where was they at? Were they like when they were celebrating?
Yeah.
All I
The
know is that
Ewok-
it was Warwick Davis' son in the Ewok costume. That's all I know.
You know what? For that, you can have the point for that bit of trivia because that is also part of the answer. The Ewok is called Pommet, and he was played by Warwick Davis' son, Harrison Davis.
I didn't
I'll
even
take
know
a
there
point
was
for
an
that.
Ewok
All I
in the
know
movie.
is
Yeah, I was like, I
I
don't
know that
remember
because
that.
I follow
Number 7.
Warwick Davis on Twitter, and he shared a photo of him and his son in the Ewok costumes for that set.
Adorable.
I seen your post of that, and I still didn't know.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, is that in the book of Boba Fett? Did he accidentally drop something? I didn't know it was in the Rise of Skywalker.
Question number...
Chris had a great answer. Ewok number 7.
Yeah, Ewok number 7.
Ewok number 7. Can you get in the camera frame, please? Thank you.
Question number 4. What is the name of the character in Return of the Jedi, which many fans, including Dave Filoni, like to think is Captain Rex?
Wait, repeat?
Oh,
What is the name of the character in Return of the Jedi, which many fans, including Dave Filoni, like to think is Captain Rex? We talked about this on the show.
yeah, it's like Gavin or something.
The old man on Endor with the white beard and the white hair that people like to think is Captain Rex. That character has a name.
All I know is that George confirmed it so Dave could have that moment. So it's Captain Rex.
No, it isn't. It's a character called Nick Sant.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah.
I thought it was Captain Rex because George.
Any
was
of the
like, "Yeah, Dave,
secondary
you think so?"
characters that have names, I know none of them because they didn't say their names. I know all the main characters.
That's why you read the credits meticulously. No, I'm joking. Question number
And they
5.
have credits in the movie. I didn't even know that. No,
What? I don't know. It changed to the next movie after that.
Question number 5. Who made Bosquois Kradosk swear to stop hunting Wookiees?
Boba Fett.
DJ?
Well, I wasn't going to say Boba Fett.
No.
I was going to say Jabba the Hutt.
No.
I was
I was
gonna
thinking it was going to be a
Chewbacca.
boss.
I'm going to say Black Cassandra.
No, you are
Santos.
all wrong.
Rips
Come
him in
on,
half.
chat.
Yeah, like
You
I'm gonna
made-
rip your arms off if you hunt one more Wookiee. And he's like, okay, I got you, man.
I would guess
get it.
Boba Fett or
I get it.
Chewbacca. That's it.
No, all of you are incorrect. The answer is his sister, Dashanalawuk, aka Chainbreaker, whose survival their father kept a secret after Bosk ate and killed his hatchmates. she survived. She was only like maimed by his eating, and she survived. And when they met up later on in Bosquois' story, I believe this is in Clone Wars.
No.
He can.
Hold on.
Hey,
Pause
it's
real quick.
possible.
Chris Kobnick or whatever. Who the fuck is Gavin, dude? I go past that mission all the time. I don't know who the Gavin is. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying.
Are we on? I was going to say, are we talking Red Dead Gavin? Yes.
Yeah, he's like, I'm looking for
seen
Gavin.
my
My
friend?
friend Gavin. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is Gavin? I don't know, bro. Leave me alone.
my
I'm just
God.
trying to ride away from these people trying to kill me. Just
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I'm
Chris,
sorry.
do you mean that does Channel work? That does roll off the tongue, doesn't it? Oh, does Channel work? Keeping that one. Question number 6. What is Limmy?
What is what? Lemmy.
What?
Limmy, spelt Limmie. Limmy.
Lenny.
Limmy.
Sounds like a food.
Limmy.
It's 2 M's.
Yes, 2 M's. Limmie.
It's like
A singer. A singer. It's a singer.
It's a singer. No.
Oh.
Is it food?
No.
Lemmy Skywalker.
No. Not person.
Everybody just be taking over Skywalker.
Limmy. It's a species.
No.
It's a ship.
It's
No.
a lightsaber form.
I have no idea what Lemmy is.
No, just tell us.
Oh my goodness. Just tell you. Limmy, also known as Meshgaroya or Bolo Ball, is an in-universe sport that closely resembles European football/soccer. It's been
They have
mentioned
sports in Star Wars, man.
Yeah,
God,
if
there's
you-
all
if
kind
you
of stuff
remember
I didn't know about in
Remember
Star
the
Wars.
bar scene in Attack of the Clones? They were playing football.
It's
Yeah, I
been
remember.
mentioned
With the little robots.
Yeah, with the robots.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's been mentioned in Legends material since 1914, but was recently canonized in the High Republic novels. Its real-world counterpart features there's a
It's in the
galactic
bar
cup.
scene. Ain't that
Yeah,
what they're
there's-
playing in the bar
yeah,
scene in
There's a galactic cup. There's offside
Return
rules.
Revenge of the Sith? Because it wasn't there's like all them screens was up. One of them they're playing like football with the robots. There's another one that looked like there was like a little metal
Yeah,
ball
it was in Attack
flying
of the
around.
Clones, yeah.
So
Yeah, Limmy.
it's been canonized since way back then.
Oh no! Wait, that's a different kind of sport, not with robots. Limmy is played with people. It's teams, like it's.
Oh yeah, there was people on that other screen. There was one. The one was
You have the
Are we
robots.
sure it's not a singer? It sounds like a singer.
we sure it's not a singer?
A singer called Limmy.
It's got to be.
There was
sick.
multiple screens up playing multiple different sports up when they
Help me out here.
walked into that
there's
bar.
a singer named Lemmy somewhere. I'm
Since
telling you, there
you
is.
guys keep bringing up the music, question number 7:
Oh,
What
God.
is so special about the music at Galaxy's Edge? As in the Disney Galaxy's Edge. What is
It
so
was the
special
last
about the
thing
music?
that
There are speakers everywhere.
No,
It was created to manipulate your mind in order to make you
buy
spend money.
stuff. Yeah, no.
was the
Weirdly-
last thing John Williams did for Star Wars, other than the movies.
It's a mind control device.
the music.
John Williams made it.
John Williams made it. You are correct in that fact. In it's the first time ever that music composed specifically for a theme park won a Grammy Award. Whilst it's Disneyland's first Grammy, it's John Williams' 25th. No biggie.
It's nothing.
Just the 25th.
25th. No
He
big
just
deal.
throws them in a box in the garage. No big
Disney
deal.
with its crying with its first ever Grammy, and John's like, I'll just put it on the shelf.
Chris says it's jizz music.
It is probably jizz music. It's all jizz music.
it is.
Everything in Star Wars is jizz music. Question number 8. Where did humans come from in the Star Wars universe?
Earth.
Conquered Dawn.
No.
We were kidnapped off of Earth.
No.
I said Concord Dawn.
We don't know.
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Trick question.
we
Fair.
were made by Ewoks.
They
We were
are
made by Ewoks.
Mandalore.
Officially,
gods.
the answer, all of you are incorrect. Officially, it's been
No,
lost to
Africa.
time.
No, it's Titan.
Officially, the story has been lost to time, but according to a cancelled Star Wars novel, Alien Exodus, this is their theory. Earth is taken over by computers in the 25th century. The surviving human race leaves the planet in a ship which falls through a wormhole and takes them to a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. There's more. There's more. They named the planet they land on in honor of their fallen captain, Antonia Corelli.
Corellia.
Corellia, yeah.
I'm game.
I'm down for that.
If that happens in real life,
I love
that'd be
it.
dope.
I think it's brilliant.
Hey,
So
somebody
they-
needs to help me survive to 2025 or the
Yeah.
25th century. I need to go see this. I need.
Cool.
So
I need to see
Terminator
that happen.
actually happens, and we have to flee the planet to get
Yeah.
away from them and go to Star Wars to survive. That's the
correction.
ultimate movie right there.
That
That's
is-
the
that is
movie that she needs to
Through
make.
a
That
wormhole.
is goals.
Yes.
That's life goals. That's not even a movie. That's a life goal.
Damn straight.
But I know, I don't know. I mean, I understand that that's just their theory, but
That's just
I would
like a
say
fun
it would have to be one of the inner core planets, and I don't think is Corellia an inner core planet? No, because people don't even go to the inner core no more. That's where Titan and all that is.
Yeah, I know nothing about the planets of Star Wars. Oh my goodness.
I think
Because I know they were
Corellia-
on Titan, and that was 24,000 BB, or 25,000 BBY.
I just love the idea that we're as a society we're taken over by robots and then we accidentally fall through a wormhole like it's the easiest thing in the world.
So
to
they
do,
just
and
like
suddenly
combined, like
Yeah.
every sci-fi movie ever into one
Yep.
explanation of where people go.
Interstellar, all of it. Just boom.
We got some Star Trek in there, some Star Wars. We got some Terminator. We just got it all.
Interstellar. McConaughey going all right.
All right.
Question number 9. How much does it cost to rehab from death stick addiction?
Because
Wow.
it's called Death Stick. You dead.
In
You're
bracket
dead, yeah.
credits, please, your guesses.
A life.
50,000
Alive.
credits.
I
How
would
much did you
say
say?
50,000.
50,000. Fair enough. Kyle?
1.5 million credits.
Jesus.
Garrison?
Hey, a lightsaber costs 1 million credits, so you know.
4 mil.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god,
500,000.
all of you guys are
Are you gonna
overshooting.
lowball it, Garrison?
Yeah.
1 credit.
You're really good at this, Garrison, so please give me a lowball figure because you're really good at this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll drop it way down. Give me like 2,000.
Congratulations, that point is yours.
You kind of gave him the answer when you said the low ball. And you said, give me your low ball answer. Like, that's not fair.
I'm sorry, you guys are sat here with like 4 million. It
Mm-hmm.
costs between 2,500 and 3,500 galactic
so
credits.
close. I was
to
so
rehab.
close, guys. That had nothing to do with lowball. I was so close.
Which is surprisingly cheap, despite the fact that, particularly on planets like Coruscant and further, it is massive issue for the youth of the city. A massive issue.
How much do death sticks cost?
More
You know-
than what it costs to get off of them.
Oh my goodness. Question number 10. What real life building inspired the architecture of Naboo?
Oh, jeez, I remember. Oh, why?
Oh,
It got to be. It's the. I'm gonna say something. I know it has to do with India. It has to do with in India.
no, it's in
Nope.
California.
Nope.
It's not California.
I'm talking waterfalls, domed buildings, tall, thin towers, square shapes.
New York.
New York.
Okay, it's got to be
Chris
like.
said the Taj Mahal.
Was the architect like Frank Lloyd Wright?
Taj Mahal.
Oh, dude, it looks like something Frank Lloyd Wright would do.
The answer to this question is the architecture for Naboo was originally inspired by the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul in Turkey, which is a mosque, I believe. You think about the
So I was
shape.
thinking of India, like, you know what I'm saying? The way that some of them domes and stuff is shaped is like some Indian.
Hagia Sophia is a 6th century Byzantine cathedral that was converted to a mosque in the 15th century, creating a unique blend of architecture from different regions and time periods. If you Google it, it is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'd have never guessed that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dylan, you are correct. I'm so sorry. I did not see your answer. You are absolutely right. Yes, the Hagia Sophia. Question number 11. What's the name of the Tusken Raider who fires on the pod racers in the Boonta Eve Classic during the Phantom Menace?
Jackass.
Sand people
Jackass?
have names? I just thought they were called the sand people. I didn't know they had. I know the one's
Yeah,
name is
I'm gonna
Chief.
start doing
His
native-
name
name is
scrolls
Chief.
down in the credit, and it's Sand Raider number 2.
I swear, if I pull this up and it is Sand Raider of any sort, Garrison gets the point.
I'm going to give you my best. Hang on a sec.
That was great, Charlie.
ORR apostrophe capital U R capital R UUR apostrophe R. He was only named 10 years later in a trading card game. But that is his official name. Or
to Chris, if this was Kyle, Anakin would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yo, Anakin, that would have been a pure headshot if it was Chris Kyle. Rest to the legend himself, but that would have just ended his whole world.
God, Dylan, I'm so sorry. Did I swear in Tuscan? God, sorry. Sorry. Very rude of me.
I bet you 13 hops on. How dare you speak to us like that?
Disgusting. Our final question of the quiz. Why did Peter Mayhew need security escort when filming Return of the Jedi?
Because people would randomly run up and hug his ass.
Nope.
He had a stalker chick that was stalking him. She liked really tall guys.
She liked really tall, hairy looking guys.
Nope. Why did Peter Mayhew need security escort when filming Return of the Jedi?
Because he would
All
never
that dude would have to do is hammer punch you on top of your head. He'd probably break your ankles.
Oh, no.
I'll do you one better. Who is Peter Mayhew? I'm just kidding.
Guys, like the answer.
Because people were trying to steal the Chewbacca outfit or steal parts of his costume.
Nope, because
I have no idea.
Bring everybody on set.
Filmed in Sasquatch country, and there was a risk of him being mistaken for Bigfoot and shot. The forest they filmed in, Bigfoot's first ever sighting in 1967, and the nearby town of Willow Creek has the largest Bigfoot museum in the world. He had to be escorted by 5 people in high vis in a circle round him. He had to wear high vis.
Wow.
Bigfoot.
Oh, that's Bigfoot. So funny.
That is
great. That is awesome.
Rob said hunters.
That is great.
Damn.
Dylan and Rob said hunters.
Dylan did better than all of you guys this week. Goodness me.
I got a point. I don't care. I got a point.
I got a question for y'all. I forgot.
No.
Fair. It has been a wonderful show, as always. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in the chat and everybody for joining us who's listening. Really, really appreciate it. It's been super fun. You are all absolutely on one today. I love it. It's brilliant. Thanks, everybody. I hope you guys have had a good show. Good show.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. What a laughter.
Peace. Love and Star Wars.
As always, from LightSaber Radio, have a fantastic rest of your week. Be kind. Be safe, and as always, may the Force be with every single one of you.
Always. Join us on Wednesday.
Join us on Wednesday.